A little bit about why are you running?
Yeah, so I wanted to run to provide better service to our community. It's kind of a simple thing, but we're here for public service. That's what the county is designed to do, is to bring services in exchange for your tax dollars in an excellent way and an efficient way. And I felt at that time, when I was considering running, that my current commissioner wasn't listening to the public in the way that I would have preferred. So, and looking at that, looking a little bit deeper into the role of county commissioner, I looked at my business experience, I looked at my board experience, and I thought I'm well prepared to serve the people of Zeeland. And that's why I ended up asking my neighbors and friends, inviting them to vote for me, and they did.
Obviously, you've been at the helm for a while now, almost 2 years now, but what are your priorities?
Yeah, so that's an interesting thing, because when you become a commissioner, there is a learning curve, and you find out more and more of what we are capable of working on and other things that we don't necessarily have jurisdiction over. Something that seems to have been a surprise to some is that we don't have oversight over township councils or city councils or school boards. We work at the county level, and we have oversight over our budget, our planning and policy, and also how those services are communicated into the community. So we do provide a integral link of communication into our city councils and townships and school boards, but and to the general citizen. You know, if they want to navigate their county government, their county commissioner can really help them guide the way.
Why should people vote for you?
Experience. Yeah, I'm married 27 years, father of 5, some that are married. So a lot of life experience is wrapped up in just that. But I've also served on multiple boards, over a quarter of a century of experience on boards. I've served on both for-profit and nonprofit boards. I do have a strong desire to provide reliable and responsible government. I think that's something that we all want to see more of, and so that's what I want to see more of too. So with the experience that I've had over the last 18 months, I hope to build on that in my next term, which is 4 years, to deliver more of what I see as actually benefiting the people of my district and the 300,000 citizens of Ottawa County as a whole.
Pretty much answered this in my next question in that previous answer. What should people know about you personally that maybe they don't know of, like things you do or places you go and visit or eat at? Tell me about you personally.
Yeah. Personally, I grew up in a strong Christian family with a strong desire of public service. So I joined the Boy Scouts when I was young and went all the way through and had some amazing experiences, became an Eagle Scout, transferred a lot of what that looked like into my business world, and I've started businesses, have learned a lot, had successes and failures both. You learn a lot more from the failures than you do from the success, which I think benefits me going forward. Really enjoy the water, Lake Michigan, the natural resources. I think you know, West Michigan is unique by nature. Not just the people are unique, but the nature around us is very unique. So I love to be outside, love to go camping, sailing. We spend a lot of time with 2 of our grown children, married children that live in Africa, and so we go back and forth and enjoy them over there. Our oldest is adopted from Ethiopia, and she's married with 2 little boys, so that keeps us busy as well. But no, you'll generally find us, we live in downtown Zeeland, you'll find us on evenings either enjoying the front porch and visiting with neighbors as they walk by, or we become the neighbors that are walking by other porches. So we're very connected into the community, and of course raising 5 kids in the public school system, with lots of sports, you're gonna be very connected. But yeah, that's a little snippet.
Tell me about, so like a little bit of different question comparatively to when I was talking to the people who are currently running for these seats that have just entered their name into the election cycle. Because I asked them, what is their thoughts over these past 2 years? You have been more or less on the front lines these past 2 years. So explain to me, over these past 2 years, what would you say are your successes and or failures, or things you would like to have change?
Yeah, so professionally, I'm a risk manager. So I work in commercial insurance, and you know, in that role, I speak to the public a lot. I think that's a unique aspect that I have as a candidate, is that I'm connected to the community and hearing what they're hearing, what they're questioning. And so as we are serving, I'm also out in the public on a daily basis. I'm not a stay-at-home mom, so I'm out, and I'm for stay-at-home moms. I'm just saying, as a commissioner, I'm out in the public. And so I think what I've heard from my business owners is, when we voted for change, which was, obvious, we wanted to see change, but incrementally. We wanted to see change happen over a period of time to where we felt like we could adjust to it. We could understand what was coming, that it wouldn't come in a blindsiding way. So that was something that I feel we can do better on, because a lot of the change that's taken place has happened in many times unannounced. It's shown up all of a sudden, either during the meeting or never gone through committee or HR to be vetted. So we need to do a good job of explaining what our direction is, communicating that to the community, and letting them have some buy-in on it to move forward. So the first probably 6 months of the term was a lot of that, a lot of chaos and questions of what is going on, what comes next, what does this all mean? And then, unfortunately, the following 6 months after that were mired in multiple lawsuits, and that's taken a lot of our precious time that I think could have been better spent on working on the services of the county. It was mainly focused on the health department, and that was a lawsuit that we knew we would face if we voted to try to change the health director's position from health officer to interim. We were told by the courts that we didn't have the ability to do that unless there was cause. I looked at the evidence that was presented to me, didn't think that there was cause there, and so I voted for that to not happen. However, there was enough votes to move forward with that, and just like I thought would happen, we went into a lawsuit, and it cost us dearly. So we are going to be spending a lot of money to defend something that we shouldn't be doing, and I'm afraid that we may have more of that. So I'd like to see that stop.
Any successes?
Absolutely. So early on, I met with our head of emergency management. Director Hunt was fantastic in explaining to me a real need that we had in the county, which was the lack of ability to fight chemical fires. And he presented possible solutions to me. I was able to work with him and staff and the fellow commissioners to build unanimous support with all of our county fire chiefs, and unanimous support of the commission to fund that public safety tool that was needed. It's a fire foam cannon. It shoots foam on top of chemical fires that snuffs it out, and now protects those businesses or residential risks much faster because it's so fast acting. It's very impressive. So, that was one. I would tell you that there's a few other things that we've worked on where now we've got a grant that's going to fund some money to provide internet to over 10,000 rural homes in Ottawa County. The new world that we live in, internet access is becoming as important as water and air for a lot of people. It's how they run their business, how they attend school. And so this is something that government should never be seen as the solution to all of our problems, but I do believe that it can become a strategic partner in helping us solve these problems. We've also been able to move forward very recently the body cams for the Sheriff's Department, and I have been an advocate for that my entire term. So I'm happy to see that happening now, and the vendor's been chosen, and so we're going to see that come to fruition very soon. So there's a few good ones. Obviously we have some big needs when it comes to groundwater, mental health. These issues are getting worse, not better. So we need to work on those and focus on those.
What would you like to see be done to help with the groundwater and mental health?
Well, obviously, as this problem of mental health continues to get worse and worse, it's going to take different tools. There's no one silver bullet to fix it. Obviously, meeting with the experts, we have paid professionals that are dissecting it and helping us understand what's going on there. That problem looks different when you look at the sheriff's office than it does, say, with community mental health. Those are two different roles in the same problem. The sheriff's department obviously can't put people who are suffering from mental health in the general population lockup with others, and so we may have to look at addressing that. And there's going to be expense to that, but it's the right thing. It's just part of addressing a problem that we have in this day and age. And then, of course, preventative is always, most preferred, because if we can stop it before it happens, that's, really where the success lies. So, keeping a sharp eye out for opportunities to, partner internally and externally to address those needs in our community has to be a focus of ours, because it's such an expensive cost on our community when it gets out of hand.
There was one answer you gave at the very beginning of our interview. You talked about if you want to make the government more efficient. Well, how would you do that?
Yeah, so when we look at each one of our departments, they have ideas of how they can continually be more efficient. New tools are coming into existence that they become aware of. Looking at ways to adopt that is really important. We've, in some ways, become more inefficient. That makes me concerned. And I can tell by the look on your face, you're asking me for an example of that. So I would tell you that, we all love our veterans. And Ottawa County loves its veterans. We're currently tracking about 50 homeless veterans in Ottawa County. And that's a number, and I wish we were tracking zero, or we had zero homeless, I should say. However, we will have some, and we need to take care of those folks. Historically speaking, we have handled veterans benefits at the county level. There's, of course, the VA, which is the federal level. We've handled that here locally by providing services, and those services have historically cost about $50,000 a year. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But we had staff in place to help administrate those services, and the total cost of that staff to administrate those services cost about $50,000. So it was costing us about $1 to deliver $1's worth of benefit. Not great, but not the worst. You're going to have staff, and you can't just hand it out and not check on things. So it's not terrible. Well, this first quarter came in, and we decided to create a whole department for this. And when you have a department, you have a department director now, and a director needs to be paid much more than $50,000. A department director gets paid, well north of $100,000. If you put in benefits altogether, you're $120,000, $130,000 for a director. Well, we used to have 4 part-time people that were taking care of this, and now we have one person, that we pay a lot, pay over double what the 4 were costing. Well, as soon as he needs to step away from the office, the entire department shuts down. So guess what? We need to hire another person. So how much does another person cost? Well, once you do a fully benefited employee here in the county, you can get north of 80,000 into 100 real fast. And so we've budgeted another 100,000 for that. So you have 130 for the director, another 100 for his assistant. Now we're spending, 230,000 for 2 people when we were spending 50,000 for 4. I feel like we're spending more money on the employees than we are on the veterans, which was the whole point of this, is to provide them benefit. And this is not the fault of our director. He applied for an open job, and he got it. I believe this is the fault of us commissioners that voted to put this process in place, by which essentially it's costing us currently $7 to deliver $1 when it was costing us $1 to deliver $1. So the Dutch fiscal responsible person inside of me it just doesn't sit well with me.
How would you rate the fiscal responsibility recently?
Well, you look at how we have over $250 million in our budget, so there's a lot of money there. So when you talk about $50,000 or $200,000, that's a meaningful amount of money to the average person. We're having tens of millions of dollars cross over our desk. So there's going to be waste, right? And the question is who's most competent and qualified to find that waste, if that's what your goal is. And so I have a background in finance, and so we need to dig into that. But I think going to the directors themselves and challenging them, and when we have, I've been very impressed with what I've been hearing back. I think the people of Ottawa County should be very impressed with what is being accomplished on their behalf. we have tax-paying citizens who also don't want to waste tax dollars running these departments. Whether it's your water resources commissioner or your sheriff, or community mental health, I think they can all find things inside of their department that can be optimized, and we want to continue to support that conversation. And having a key administrator that is qualified and understands what questions to ask and what to look for is crucial in those conversations, because the administrator is our only employee as commissioners. We don't necessarily oversee the actual directors of the departments. We oversee the administrator. And so making sure that we have somebody that's in that seat that communicates really well and is having the right conversations with those directors is key to fiscal responsibility.
Is there anything you would like to see in the next term administrator?
Yeah, I think experience really matters, and I'm talking about municipal government experience. You can be very experienced in the business world, but municipal government is a different animal. And it's a lot like, I've used the example of you have multiple doctors in your life. You have a doctor that's a dentist, and you might have a doctor that's your heart surgeon. And they're both crucial, and they're both smart, and you'd probably, trust the keys to your car to maybe both of them, maybe not, I don't know. but both good people. But I would never ask my dentist to do my heart surgery, and I for sure would never ask my heart surgeon to do my dentistry, right? It's a unique set of skills. So it needs to be somebody with experience. And not only that, but an awareness of who our, I think the phrase often used is local stakeholders are, but that does help to understand, in an efficient way, how to solve problems, who can come to the table and be part of the conversation to really bring the type of result that we're looking for. Because our administrator sets the direction. We communicate to him what direction needs to be set, and then he sets the direction with the county. So it's important that he understands all of the tools he has at his disposal to accomplish that.
You pretty much answered every question I have at this moment. Is there anything else you'd like to add in?
I've actually, in spite of the rockiness of this first 2 years, I've really enjoyed my conversations with the public. I've felt a lot of support out there. I really do enjoy giving back. I always have, and this is a great way that I feel like I can serve several years of my life to continually advocate for the best things in my community. So that's what I'm doing. I love my family, and I love seeing other families thrive, and individuals as they're leaving the comfort of their homes and starting their life, and finding good employment and opportunities to where they might live, and making sure that we have better options than our neighboring communities is always the competitive nature of me. And so I will continue to advocate for District 4 in Zeeland to make that happen.